Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Price 169 coming to you with this weekend roundup. Today is March 10th, 2024. This weekend roundup is going to be up PlayStation users, PS5 users, lose users lost access to digital games, hundreds of them. GTX cards are done. PS Fallout. First, typical news: the GTX is actually this. Anything with GTX cards are going to be um, GTX series of cards. Series cards. Here's here the list of cards here: 1080 Ti is the best. 1070, 1080, 1070 Ti, 1070, 1050 Ti. Those are the 10 series cards. But the GTX cards go way before that. That's 10 series. If you're going to just a GTX, uh, but GTX is different. And NVIDIA is remaining GTX graphics cards can range a long time coming. NVIDIA is finally discontinuing its last remaining GeForce GTX cards. 10 series cards about 2014. 60 Super is still good for high gaming. Uh, but when it comes down to it, the GTX series of cards are finally coming to an end. 1660 Super, 1650, maybe 1630. Those kind of cards are coming to an end now. They're going to be sold to uh, pre-built manufacturers that will put them in their systems and sell them. So you can still get your hands on them, but they're going to stop production. And it didn't say all GTX cards. A lot of GTX cards, you had in GTX, I think 280s and that. Those are way gone. Those been cycled through a long time ago. GTX is more for your gamers who care about frame rate. RTX is ray tracing, but now with the 30 series card, even 40 series cards, frame rate and RTX ray tracing is pretty much in the forefront of everybody's mind because now all you have to do now is just buy a good 30 or 40 series card and you get good ray tracing and good frame rate. That being said, is it is it unthinkable that the GTX cards will cease to exist? Yes, they're becoming obsolete. They're not obsolete already. When the first 20 series cards were released, the GTX series cards have been on deathbed. The 10 series cards probably been the most successful, since excluding the 1080 Ti, because 11 gigabytes of VRAM, it could play games at 4K or 4K back then, 2K real well. Nowadays, it can still run, but not run with the big dogs as it used to. Think of it as grandfather, the grandfather of the RTX series. The 10 series is the grandfather. The GT or GTX GT 280 is the legendary grandfather of the series, and every innovation has been pushing the envelope of performance. This is back, when the video wasn't, being a bunch of pain in the butts and selling cards at four times their worth. They're actually very decent back then. But the GTX cards, the 16 series cards especially, are coming to an end. 10 series cards have already had their time already. I think they'll be turning off those updates probably within the next couple of years. 16 series cards may have another couple of years of updates or driver updates. I mean, I think all the cards have updates, unless you're playing on a 280. Then you're like, not really playing games at all. You're just staring at the loading screen. If you can load it all. But the GTX 16 series card to come to an end. Um, they're no longer manufactured. I mean, they're no longer producing them. They halt production, and the video things are going to sell through the remaining within 1 or 3 months. People are looking for budget game cards out there, and my point of view, like Gaming Nexus did a video on this a couple hours ago, and my point of view on this is very difficult, very hard to understand, because the 16 series card, the GTX had been your flagship competitor towards AMD's cheaper cards, the RX non-XTs. Um, and getting rid of that, kind of get rid of your, you know, cheaper budget base who wants to play Fortnite, Warzone 2.0, maybe some Battlefield and Call of Duty titles, not very I mean, a high resolution, but still, for people who game. But that's going away now. They're discontinuing a lot of their GTX game cards. So much so that you have to find a lot of these updates, on third party uh, driver websites to even download them. I know a friend of mine had a brother-in-law who had a 280 about 10 years ago, and that thing was considered high class back in the day. Now it's just considered a joke. That's back almost 2004, 2005. That's way back in the day. I graduated high school in 2000, so now you do the math right there. But yeah, it's been pretty wild ride for GTX series. I'm not saying all of them are going away, but this is slowly eroding away because there's no 17 series, folks. Okay, there's no 17, 18, 19 series GTXs. I mean, yeah, GTXs. There's 16 series, then RTX 20 series. The 20 series cards are showing their age even more now, especially with games requiring 3070, like my 3070, out the gate for recommended settings. So, that tells you anything. Tells me a lot. That 20 series cards are going to come to an end eventually. Yes, a lot of games will use 280s or 1060s. So yeah, yes, those still trickle out on the minimum titles, but eventually the minimum games are going to be the 20 series cards. Think about it. You had 1080 and Ti, and after those people all have 1080 Ti. I have to have the master of my thing. Now, the 1080 Ti being almost the recommended, or not recommended, but the minimum requirement, or 1080 is being the minimum requirement for uh, uh, to run that game. Kind of a slap in the face if you think about it. A real slap in the face that now, but it's just business. Like I said, with everything else and going on in the gaming world, it's just business. And NVIDIA is not our friends. AMD is not our friends. A 580 is not going to last as long as we want to. Granted, you can get a 580 for 8 GB for probably what, $100, $200, $300 maybe. But it ain't going to last forever, folks. These cards on either side, the red or green, ain't going to last forever. My 3070 is showing its age 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago, with the 8 GB of VRAM. They should have came out with 10 GB of VRAM for 30 series cards, maybe 12 GB for 3070 Ti, 16 for 3080, or maybe 14 or 12 or whatever, or maybe 11 for 3070 Ti. Make it laughable, but whatever. Something. They didn't do that. They chickened out and gave us the card that we have right now. Granted, 37 is a great card. But I've been looking around at 3080s and 40 series cards trying to figure out what I'm going to do, because eventually I'm going to have to do something. Granted, my graphics card's going to run still good for a while longer, but how long is that going to run? How long is my graphics card going to run? How long is my graphics card going to be pushing out the performance it's pushing? Because I'm hitting that VRAM limit, even in Battlefield. So I'm telling you, folks, if I'm getting that limit in Battlefield, I hate to think what other people are doing. Now, granted, I can crank down the settings, but if you're a GTX gamer right now, you're seeing the hourglass of the sand hourglass trickling down to zero, and you make a decision. Do you go buy a brand new system, buy a pre-built that's overpriced, build it yourself and get new parts? What do you do? What do you do? That right there is rough, but it is what it is. So here's to you, GTX series, 16 series. Here to you. We're gonna toast the old 16 series away. Have at it. ST, a GTX 16 series. You serve well, serve long and well. Moving on to the next one. PlayStation users lose access to a lot of their digital games. We're talking hundreds of users, hundreds of games, digital download games. They were taken off their hard drive or SSD by Sony. Reason why? No one knows for sure. A glitch, a problem, Sony being Sony becoming the big DIC, you know what? Who knows? But I'll get more information on this when I find out more information. I'll let you guys know what I come up with. But really, right now it's still brand new in people's minds, so fresh. So I'm gonna go ahead and say it could be an eternal glitch. Maybe Sony did something like an update, maybe, and a lot of the games were deleted by mistake. I don't know how that's possible because they're on your SSDs. But knowing Microsoft, knowing Sony and Microsoft things like that, they update something, they screw something up. So ain't nothing new for Sony to do something silly like this. It just is what it is. Okay. So that being said, but if I get more information as the time come along, I'm gonna do more information, watch more YouTube videos on this matter, and watch and read up on it online in my leisure time. When I'm at work, I'm at lunch. Just read up on leisure time. Read this up, get an idea, so I can give you guys a better way of looking at it. So you guys will know more about it. So you guys know more about it, so you won't have to worry about it. I'll let you guys know. But as of right now, I think it could be a glitch, maybe, or it could be like a hack, maybe. It could have been hacked. Maybe Sony was hacked again. But why did the delete digital games not compromise people's accounts? That too didn't make sense. I heard that rumor too. Like, yeah, maybe it was a hack. But why didn't go to people's account that have credit cards and bank cards and money on their accounts? Why didn't you just delete their digital games? Didn't make no sense. Not up here. So it's probably less likely a hack and more like something the PlayStation did purposely or by accidentally. Hey, boxing, doing great, buddy. So the PlayStation issue with the game being deleted, digital game being deleted. I'll give you guys more information about as I get it. But right now, it could be anything. I'm hearing rumors of a glitch, of a malware, of a hacking or ransomware. But why would they take this digital games off your account and then go after your financials, your bank card, your debit card, or whatever card on your account? That kind of made no sense to me. So it's probably something that Microsoft, Sony probably did. Probably pushed the wrong button and deleted something. You know how it happens. So that being said, guys, moving on to this story now. We discussed the GTX cards and still more fallout with PlayStation, with what PlayStation to PC. Still more fallout, still more issues. The PlayStation fanboys are still losing their minds over this. Still haven't realized that it's business. And I chimed in on YouTube and on Reddit and Instagram when I heard about this stuff, and I get a lot of usual. Oh, you don't understand. You don't have a console. You're a PC player. I'm like, I used to play consoles for over 30 something years, so I guess I don't know jack shit about it, right? But I played on every console known to man, practically that I could afford. So of course I don't know anything about consoles. I've been playing that since I was a kid, but what the hell do I know, right? So and these are the people that can run the world too, and they're freaking out over PlayStation stuff. Can you imagine if they don't get their way in the lobbies, in the Senate and House? Oh my God, it'll be a fist fight breaking out. But I mean, it just to me it seems like immaturity run amok. The Sony base doesn't. And if you're new to this, and you're wondering why I'm talking about why Christ is talking about the PlayStation Fallout. Well, if you watch this video later on, I have other videos on the matter down below or side here or whatever. Click on those and watch those too as well. And also watch other people I subscribe to down below. They'll tell you too as well that I subscribe to. But in a very, very short situation is people are upset that Toshiba is coming to play PC. But they weren't mad when Spider-Man and Miles Morales came. They weren't mad when Days Gone came. They're okay with those. But Ghost of Tsushima been out since day one, PlayStation 5 launch practically, maybe mid-year after it launched. But they're mad because a game that's 4 years old now, that's already been tapped dry by the PlayStation fan base, is coming to a different platform. I'm gonna sit here and let you think about that. Thinking in yet? The realization how stupid this sounds. I have to say it, and it sounds stupid to me saying it. Okay, man, you got to listen on your headphones to work if you're on a bus or at work at lunch listening to this, or at home just relaxing, listening to my voice talk about this how stupid this thing is. It's saying with the quantum breaking crap gamer and Phil Spencer from just just stomping crap gamer in the ground, saying why people can have right to enjoy games from other platforms. I think the PlayStation fanboys, and I'm going to say this one more time, need to accept the fact that games are coming to different platforms. I don't care how much PlayStation crap you buy, how many hats you have back or the PlayStation logo on it. I don't care if you sleep with a PlayStation controller in your hand and if you rub your PlayStation all over your body when you're sleeping. That's a little creepy and freaky, but I'm just saying the PlayStation is a console platform. I'm gonna say it one more time. It's not that they don't care. It's because they want money. These companies are based upon money, dollar signs. They're not based upon sweetness and lies because their cars don't run on unicorn piss and fairy dust. I don't go to work every day and have my bosses dancing around throwing pedals in the air and saying how great happiness is. I don't get paid on happiness or greatness. I get paid on money. I don't fill my car with unicorn urine. I fill my car with gasoline. I have to have, and these people who are working with Sony and Insomniac and Microsoft and places, they have to have money. It's about money. If you haven't got that yet, it's about money. Period. I really wish people would understand this. You don't get pissed off when my father used to watch John Wayne a lot, John Wayne, and my father never got mad when he was a kid when John Wayne left. What was it? 20th Century Fox, for example, and went to MGM, Metro Goldwyn Mayer. Oh my God, can't handle that. My father was a damn little kid. Didn't care. John Wayne was John Wayne. Yeah, it's like getting mad for a Baltimore Ravens trading Lamar Jackson somewhere else. So I'm not worried about one person. The whole team I'm worried about. It's probably the same thing. You understand what I'm saying? I don't follow one thing with football or basketball or baseball or wrestling or video games. Example, I don't care if they take Ghost of Tsushima or Toshiba, what do you call it? Sorry, and put it on the Switch. Be interesting to see that, but I know it ain't gonna happen. But taking this game and put it on PC where 100.75 billion, 1.75 billion players can opt to time to buy it and play it for $59 actually though. The PC price for that and Horizon Forbidden West is actually $59. $10 cheaper than you bought it on the PlayStation 5. So think about it. PC gamers are getting this game with all the DLC, all the patches for it, all the expansions, DLC, and at a cheaper price. Some people are like, you know what? $60? Oh wait. $49? Wait. $29.99? Perfection. And they'll go click and buy it. While you're over there having a fit and seizure and, and gutting yourself committing ritual suicide, all because of a game going to a different platform. First off, I don't suicide ain't funny at all. But you don't need to gut yourself and do ritual suicide, disavowing yourself because a game goes to a different damn company. It's not like it ain't like they're going to Microsoft with this stuff, and vice versa. Okay, I mean I understand the fanboys losing their minds, about ready to cut their wrist and pour gasoline and left them on fire. Once in a while, if you have any thought like that, please seek out psychological help for real. But joking aside, these companies have the right to sell their games to whoever they want to. Who am I or you, Boxing, or anybody else out there has the right to say, you know what? I don't like the fact that PlayStation is putting this game on PC. Too flippin' bad, no one cares. So he's like, hello, Val, do you want this game? Yeah, sure. What's the arrangement? We'll talk turkey. Meet us at this place. And they talk turkey and bing bam boom and cha-ching. Then cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. 1.75 billion player. Like I said, the PC landscape is the untapped oil reserve of endless money that Microsoft's been drilling into for the last 5 or 8 years and drawing up that sweet, sweet money. Now, somebody's like, you know what? We'll put right here, we're going to drill and get the money for us too. And PlayStation games are selling a lot better than Xbox games. So for Microsoft, if we can sell 10 million copies of Spider-Man 2 on PlayStation, maybe we can sell 150 million copies on PC. Because Spider-Man Miles Morales sold 120 million, a lot more than it sold on PlayStation, sold more on PC. Why is that? Because the player base is greater on PC. You go where your future customers are at. You don't go to Stadia and say, hey, we'll put a game on here. No, Stadia is dead and gone. It was dead and gone when it launched. You don't go to Amazon, hey, we'll put this game on here. If you don't got a Fire TV or Fire Stick TV compatible, you can't play Luna. So that's out too as well. I have a gaming laptop with Steam on it. That's where you want to go. I have a gaming rig. That's where I want to go. I have a Steam Deck. That's where you want to go. You want to plug your games on areas like that. You don't want to plug in the games on dead ends. PlayStation did a good job. The Sony player base has marketed the hell out of these games. That's why they're appealing to PC players. They want the best games. I already have a PlayStation 4 controller. Nah. Yeah, GIF. Yeah, I heard about that game coming out on multiple platforms. I have 8-bit do is a Bluetooth device hooks up to my PlayStation or Xbox controller if I had a wireless one. But that's cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Guilt. Yeah, I heard about that one going to different platforms. PC mostly. I heard. But getting back to my little rant here about the PlayStation community, it needs to stop. PlayStation guys, it just needs to stop. Sony's gonna crank out as many games they want on PC. because they already tapped the well of PlayStation 5 and 4 and 3 and whatever, 4 and 5. Okay, they already tapped the well. They already got that taken care of. Okay, they don't have time to wait PS6 come out to hopefully put this game remastered on. So they're gonna go out there and crank out more money, draw well into the PC marketplace, draw up a lot more money, and hopefully have more money to make, you know, Negotiate Toshiba 2 and Spider-Man 3 and maybe Spider-Man Miles Morales 2.5 or whatever the hell. Or at least, another Infamous. And make an Infamous an Infamous remastered and put it on PC and PlayStation. But they can't do all this fun stuff without money. So this money they're getting from PC is going to be a lot better for them because they own about almost all their studios. So why they sit there and they're not going to take fish hook to hook more players to play their games. If it's an online game, like let's say next Killzone game comes out, and they put it on PC, cross-platform play. They probably won't, but let's just say if they did, you know, it's endless money there, and I think the PlayStation fanboys just don't get that, or they don't want to get that because they're afraid their precious little piece of plastic is not going to fare well. The PlayStation 5 has already run its course. PlayStation has already stopped production of the PS5 so far. The Slims are the one coming out right now. The PS5 Pro hasn't been announced yet, but will be probably later this year or next year. So I don't see the problem. I see a bunch of coddled babies who don't know how to deal with change. Okay, it's not fun to have a company go out of business because they can't make games or make consoles. Sega. When Sega collapsed as a console manufacturer, it broke my heart. Now I love my Dreamcast, but they weren't very good at making consoles. Making good games, most part anyway, but I'm not making consoles. I don't want Sony or Microsoft to go the same way. So yes, let them sell on PC all they want. Let them sell on Epic stores and Steam, and let them sell to EA too as well. Let them sell where they want. I don't care what they want to do. Let them put it anywhere they want to, because that is their goal: is to put the games on Steam, Steam Deck, whatever, Steam Machine, whatever you want to call it. Fine, it's their business. They can do so. They have the right. They own the franchises. Let them. And I think if people would, PlayStation would back up and realize, you know what, it's not a bad thing because we're getting more money for our games. PC players might go out and buy PS5 Pro or PS6. I don't play games on there first before it comes to PC. Then buy on PC again. Higher frame rate, better resolution. It's win-win for Sony. They're getting tons of money. So I think, guys, I think we all need to step back and take a look at it a little bit. I was too good at that too myself too. A couple of times guilty when I was younger, but to myself. But I think with this advent of them doing this, it's not a bad thing at all. It's exactly a very good thing if you stop and ponder it. If you stop and ponder, it's a very good thing. Change is not always bad. Change can be very good. And we have to accept the fact that change is necessary. Well, guys, this is Christ169. I won't see you guys until probably Wednesday. So, peace, love, and this ends my weekend roundup. Once again, like, subscribe, notifications, ring that bell when it comes available. I'll see you guys later. Until next time, peace out, be blessed. God bless you guys. When in doubt, trust in the Lord. He will guide you through the tough waters. Amen and peace out.